Good evening and welcome to Elevated Not Tolerated, your motivational workshop and seminar. I do want to thank all of my supporters and those of you who continue to send me comments and concerns as to what's going on with Elevated Not Tolerated. We do have a seminar that's being scheduled and getting everything done for September. We'll definitely be letting you know with the time and the location and what you have to do to be prepared for that event. We hope to see all of you there. And then you ask when we're going to do another nugget. Well, here we are tonight. We're doing the live nugget for you. And tonight I want to talk about something very simple. And all the nuggets that we talk about are parts of the seminars that we're going to be doing. So you might want to write down some notes and just ask us more specific questions during the seminars. How about that? Well, tonight I want to talk about no competition, no option, just you in the mirror. Oftentimes we're confused by what others have done and what they have completed. And you say, why not me? The answer sometimes is very simple. We have been looking at that individual through their mirror. And what do you see when you see a mirror? You see the reflection of what's in the mirror, right? So oftentimes we're looking at that person and developing what we think we could do. The thing we need to do is to start focusing on the person that we really see in the mirror, which is our own reflection. It wasn't really necessary because we're all very unique. Everything we do or we try to do is a matter of who you are and what you want to accomplish. We have to stop trying to gear ourselves up based on what other people are doing. We have to base it on what our skills and our knowledge is. Oftentimes, it's one of those things where you have to say, let me take myself out of the box and develop my own pattern, right? It's kind of funny. I know lots of business people. I know lots of people that are in the motivational field. I know lots of people that's in the floral business. But guess what? There's no elevated, not tolerated. There's no elegant elevations. Why? Because it's uniquely designed based on me. Therefore, we never have to be anything that we never have to do anything or be like anybody else but who we are. It's funny. When you think about Walmart, Harris Teeter, and Food Lion, they all have something in common. Food, correct? But the funny thing is, they all have their own unique way of distributing their companies. They never do anything alike. They may have food, they may have other items that are very similar, but how they produce it, how they represent it is totally unique to that particular company. So look at yourself as a company. I'm Walmart. I have a lot to offer. But guess what? It's nothing like Harris Teeter has to offer. You think about it. Many times you go from one store to the other because something is offered there that you're looking for. Well, when you look in the mirror, think of yourself as that option. You are the person that you want to be. You can create whoever you want to be. There's never a competition. Never. Because what you do is unique. When you start thinking about who you are and what you want to accomplish, you develop your program based around yourself. When you look in the mirror and you see your own reflections, what you're really seeing is what was all the things that was you, the ugly, the bad, the good, and the different. But the thing is, through the struggles, you realize what your strongest points are and what you want to accomplish. And those are the things that you really want to work on. Realizing that you have no options is a key point. If something is in you to do, then it's meant for you to do. If you wake up in the middle of the night and all you can think about is elevated, not tolerated, then it must be meant for you to do something about it. What holds us back is staring us straight in the mirror. It's us. If you never take a chance on what is in your inner gifts and desires, you will never be able to be satisfied to what you really want to accomplish and the results that you want to be. We all wrestle with that thing called fear, but every now and then you've got to let fear know that you're still victorious. The only competition you should ever have is with yourself. I remember the first time I did a floral arrangements through Elegant Elevations. I was so challenged by what I wanted to show this client that I had, that I was sending multiple pictures after pictures after pictures. And then my client said to me, wow, I really like what you did at the beginning, but I see that you also increased what you were doing. It didn't matter that I started off small. It didn't matter that I started off with very limited material. What made the point was that I could continue to grow on what I was trying to do. You have to continue focusing on what you want your end result to be. You can never stop. There's no competition. There's no option. It's just you in the mirror. I recently had a conversation with one of my high school classmates. And can I just tell you, it was one of the most powerful conversations that I've had in a while. And it made me even realize even more of why I wanted to do elevations and elevated, not tolerated. And one of the things that Kim said to me was, when you're able to realize, really not care and realize about what others have to say about you or what you're planning to do, then it is important to see the glow that's in you. Have you looked in the mirror and saw the glow lately? Can I just tell you, looking at Kim, I saw the glow. Kim not only has evolved into even more of a beautiful person than she was back in high school, but she's evolved into a more beautiful person because now she sees the glow that's in her. When we realize that it doesn't matter who we are or what's around us, what really matters is who the person that we want to be. There's no competition with yourself. There's no options with yourself. It's just you in the mirror. All the struggles that we went through are part of the purpose. If you want to do that speech, then do it. If you want to make that floor arrangement, just do it. If you want to go on that vacation, just do it. If you want to write that book, just do it. If you want to be a motivational speaker, just do it. Look at Nike. Nike many years ago only took one thing, tennis shoe. And with that, they developed a whole concept of just do it. Now look at them. They're a $1 trillion company. They're still evolving what is important, the product that they developed. It was just a tennis shoe to somebody. It was just a sneaker. But to Nike, it was a dream that came true. Why? Because when they looked in the mirror, they realized there was no competition. There was no option. It was just that person that was in the mirror. So if you thought about something twice, 3 times, 1 billion times over, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you just begin to write down thoughts, it's because you need to go ahead and do it. Just be like Nike. Just do it. Create your own glow. Create the real person in you. Because when you realize that everything else around you is no competition, it's a resource. There's no options, because if you don't do it, nobody else but you can do what you do. But then you just look in the mirror and say, hey, it's just me in the mirror. Take our time and just remember that we here at Elevated Not Tolerated love you. And we want you to be the best that you can be. If you want to be a motivational speaker, we'll put you in contact with some real ones that can help you out. If you want to be in the floor business, we can even touch bases with that as well. But one thing I can tell you, that I am elevated and not tolerated. And I want you to be elevated and not tolerated. I want you to continue to give me comments and feedback. Yeah, I get a little tongue-tied, but I love my passion of what I do. But if you want to give comments or leave us some information, feel free to go on the Facebook page and leave us a note. We've been more than happy to come back with you and give you some more feedback. Again, we do want to thank our supporters. We want to thank my best friend Leslie Ferguson, my pastor Yolanda Smith, my family, my sister who is the owner and operator of Small Beginnings Jewelry Collections. We also want to thank all of those people, my Avon representative, just billions of people. In the next few weeks, you'll be seeing that we have a list of people that we'll be showcasing at our seminars. And we definitely want to thank you for being a part, because without you, there would be no Elevated, Not Tolerated. You have a great evening, and look out for the next nugget. It's coming your way.